Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Watson from Loyalty Camp Rottweilers, and welcome to our first episode of Everything Rottweilers. Today we're going to talk about how to start out as a new breeder in the Rottweiler game and whether to start with a male or a female. So let's get right into the video. Now, one of the first things that you need to do as a first-time breeder going into the Rottweiler game is to study the breed. Know the difference between the extreme and the standard Rottweiler. And after you study the breed and know the difference between the two types, try to look for your target market. Ensure that you know what your market wants. So whether they want the extreme, whether they want the standard, or know whether they are show type of person they want to enter, like American Kennel Club shows, Jamaica Kennel Club show. Wherever you are in the world, I think it's gonna be the same with the standard and the extreme. The extreme, they won't be able to enter certain categories of Rottweiler show because the muzzles are a bit shorter. It is not the standard size. The head is a bit, it's shaped different. It's not the standard size. So know your target market. Know if you're going to target the extreme or the standard Rottweilers. Now, the second thing that you need to do is to study the bloodline. You need to know the different bloodline within your country or over the world, because based on where the Rottweiler industry is right now or the Rottweiler game, you can ship dog from anywhere in the world to your country. So study the bloodline, study the big kennels and know the difference with them. So for example, the Timid Tour, the Elder Steen and all of those lines, study them, know which one you can get what you want to suit your target market. For example, know the bloodline that will give you the standard look that you want, the physical and genotype, phenotype and genotype that you are looking for. Or if you want the extreme, know the different bloodline that will actually give you the extreme look that you are looking for. Now, another point that you need to do, also, you need to ensure when you are going to start out, buy the best female that your money can buy. Because with a male and a female, you can do so much more with a female than you can do with a male. For example, you buy a male Rottweiler. The only thing that you can do is to offer stud service. And then you are going to try and probably do a puppy back deal. So when you do a stud service, you probably get back a female puppy or stuff like that. But when you start off with a female Rottweiler, you can do a lot more that you can do with than you can do with the male Rottweilers when you start off with the female. For one, why I advise you to start off with the female, when you look at the different type of chromosomes and genetics in the Rottweilers, we realize that the female Rottweilers have 2 X chromosomes and the male Rottweiler have 1 X and 1 Y. So in the male, the Y normally determine the sex, whether the puppy is going to be male or female. And in the female, you got 2X, which means the female is more diverse than the male. So you can get a lot of different physical type or genotype out of the female, which the male, it only have 1X to offer that. So with the female, you can do a lot more. In my opinion, I'm telling you, the female Rottweilers, they contribute at least 70% of the genetics that you are going to get from a particular breeding. To me, I believe that based on my years of breeding. So when you select a female of top quality and you know the bloodline and you know the genetics of the bloodline, so once you know the genetics of the bloodline and you know what you are putting together, then you'll know exactly what outcome you are going to get, because you don't want to mate two Rottweilers. You don't want to mate like a standard and a extreme together and then you don't know what you're going to get. You need to know the different bloodlines. There is more than one reason why I said to start out with female Rottweilers. When you look at the female Rottweilers, you can do a lot more with a female that you can do with a male, especially for breeding purposes, right? Look at a male. If you buy a male right now, the most thing you can do with the male is to offer stud service until you can afford a female. Now, remember the Rottweiler game, you have thousands of breeders. Now you need to do something that will make you stand out, that will set you apart. When someone see that female that you have, they say, hey, that's the new kid on the block. Everybody's going to talk about the new kid because the female is going to look so good. It is going to look even more better than most of the males that people are going crazy over. And don't get me wrong, it is very hard to get those type of female because most breeders try not to sell those females. They try to keep them back for their breeding program. But what I can tell you, if they don't want to sell that female, you know that something is good with that female. They want to keep him back. That means that female is special. She's special if they want to keep her back. So try to give him an offer or try to do a co-ownership with that female, and then from there you can do a breeding and you can select back your pup from there. And when you are going to buy that female, it is going to be very expensive. So for example, if you have like 5,000 US or say 10,000 US, I'm just speaking because I'm in the US. If you have 5,000 or 10,000 US and you want to buy two puppy with that, try and use that money and buy one. Put it together and buy one female. Try to get the best female as possible. Why I said that, one of the reasons why I said that as well, when you look at the breeding profile of a male or a female, you can do so much more with the female in terms of diversity and stuff like that. Let's look at genetics and look at the chromosomes, right? Remember, in a female, you have two X chromosome, and in the male, you have one X and one Y. And the Y in Y chromosome, it normally responsible for determine the sex, whether the puppy is going to be male or whether the puppy is going to be female, right? So the female is going to have two X chromosome, which will allow you to have more diversification in terms of the looks, the physical type, the genetics, and all of that. So having a female, a top female, is going to set you apart from the rest of the breeders around you. And the next thing that you need to do as well is to study the bloodline. You have to study the bloodline because some bloodline, it will actually give you standard Rottweilers when you are looking for extreme, and some will give you extreme Rottweilers when you are looking for standard Rottweilers, right? And then you need to study the pedigrees of the Rottweiler, especially the male that you are going to mate with and the female that you are going to buy. Know the pedigree, all right? Because, for example, you don't want to look in a pedigree and then you are going to see 5, 6, 7 names that is standard Rottweilers coming from the standard bloodline, and you are trying to breed for an extreme. vice versa, right? So you need to study the pedigree. You need to know what to put together to create what you want. What not even what you want, but what your market wants. So you have to try to learn how to read the pedigrees and try to put them together to create something special for your target market. And now you are probably wondering, how do I sell my pups and what price do I ask? But before you reach the pricing and stuff like that, you first need to know about marketing. Ensure that you build a Facebook page for your business. Ensure that you build an Instagram, a TikTok, whatever platform that you can use to sell your product, right? And once you do that, ensure that you get a good quality camera so that you can take videos and you can take photos and you can upload those videos and photos to whatever platform that you are going to do it on. Now, ensure that the videos and photos that you are putting out there in the public, they are of quality. Because let me tell you how the Rottweiler world, well, the dog world run. If you take 100 good photos, right? Everybody love the dog. I want to buy a puppy from you and stuff like that. And there is one bad picture or photo upload and a person see that. My mind changed. I'm telling you. I don't want any puppy from you because I see something that I don't like. Right? So ensure that your marketing strategy is perfect. And then you're going to talk about pricing now. I'm going to tell you, for me, when I just started breeding Rottweiler here in the US, most breeders sell their puppies for like 6,500, 4,500 and stuff like that. Which I bought quality dog. I pay top dollars for my female. Top dollars for my females that I have. So I cannot sell my puppy for the same price like those breeders because I am new to the game, right? I have not established myself as yet, so I have to sell at a cheaper rate, even though my quality dog, the dogs that I have, the Rottweilers that I have, it is better quality than those breeders. And the reason why I cannot sell for the same price, even though I have better quality, is because they already established the business. They have a name out there for themselves. When you think about loyalty camp, somebody's gonna say, oh, loyalty camp is just a new breeder. Even when my products speak for itself, because when I look at those pups that I produce, you will see like the bone structures perfect, the edge shape perfect and stuff like that. I am more into the extreme Rottweilers, so I breed for extreme. I like when my females look like a male. You cannot easily differentiate my females from males. If you look, I have all females and you cannot differentiate them from a male. When you look at Angel, that's the youngest female that I have now. When you look at Angel, you cannot differentiate her from a male Rottweilers. Very huge head, very good bone structure, the length, the width, the chest, the top line, everything is perfect. And when I am breeding, I breed for perfection. So even though it is extreme Rottweilers, I try to try not to breed with dogs that have east west. For most of you who don't know what is east west, the two front foot, when one turn left and one turn right, they should stand up on both front foot, and they should the paw should be tight. They should it's like they are tipping it. They should stand up at the tip of the paw. For most of you who don't understand about east west. And the tail, some of the things that you look for, the tail should not curl right round like Akita. You should have something that resembles a hook, or some people would say like a half moon or stuff like that. But there are certain things that you would actually look for, and that's why in the first part of this video I tell you that ensure to look to know the pedigrees, because and look on the parents and the grandparents and ensure that they don't have some of these faults that you are going to carry back, because that will affect your market in the long run. Because if someone buy a puppy from you and 8 months from now, they say the dog come with underbite, or the dog come with the puppy come with easy west and all of those things. Now you're not gonna want that. That is gonna say bad for you and your business. But as I was saying, with the marketing, I did not sell for any $6,000 or anything like that. I keep it at a lower cost, even though I was producing quality. Now when you reach that stage now and people know your quality, then you can step up your price, because even those same big breeders are going to buy from you and stuff like that. I have big breeders right now, big breeders in the US call me and want to do breeding with me because they see the top quality that I have. And most breeders for stud feed they charge anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500. So that's $2,500 US to $3,500 US for stud fee. Most of them call and say, hey, let's do a breeding with that female, and I'll do a puppy back deal, because they want my genetics. They want the genetics that I have in my camp. So that tells me that I am doing something that set me apart from the rest. As I tell you, I like when my females resemble a male. You can hardly differentiate them. If I put Angel beside a male, Angel is what? 14 months old now. And if I put her beside a 16 or 17 months old male, you will not know the difference. You will think Angel is a male, right? And Angel is a female. So, as I said, the type of dog that you produce and the quality, your marketing start from there, right? And another thing, you need to have good customer service. You must have good customer service. If your products is very good, the best in the world, and your customer service is poor, trust me, people not gonna want to spend the money with you. I can tell you that for sure. Because if I try to purchase a puppy from you, and when I call you, you are a lot of disrespect and stuff like that over the phone, trust me, I'm not gonna call you. I am not gonna call you back. I'm gonna find someone else, even though the quality may not be good as yours, but I spend my money where I get good customer service, right? So when somebody call you, even when they are talking crap, you listen to them and then you advise accordingly, right? So don't force anyone to spend the money with you either. Let your product speak for itself, and people will decide whether or not they want to spend their money with you. So, as I said, as a new breeder, those are a few tips that you can actually use to start out as a new breeder with. And one more thing, you can do your research by studying the different kennels within your country, within your state, within your parishes, whatever your location allow you to do research with. So do research and see those big breeders before you just jump and buy a Rottweiler. Don't go on YouTube, go on Instagram and see one kennel and then say, all right, this is where I'm going to buy my female to start my breeding program with. Because at the end of the day, there are 1,000 different kennels out there. There are thousands of different Rottweiler kennels out there all over the world. And as I said, you can actually ship Rottweilers from Germany, from US, from Serbia, all over the world, right? I have a lot of persons reach out to me from Jamaica for pups, and most definitely I will be doing shipping from US to Jamaica, because persons see the quality and they like the quality, and I am going to ship pups from US to Jamaica. So I am going to do a next episode on everything Rottweilers and how to ship from the US to Jamaica, all the process, how much it is going to cost, how long I would have to board that puppy before I can ship him to Jamaica, how old do that puppy have to be before it can be shipped, and stuff like that. All of the different types of blood tests, the microchipping, the rabies shot. You're gonna learn about everything that you have to do to be able to ship a dog to Jamaica. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like the video, to share it, and to subscribe. Right? Thank you for watching everything Rottweilers with Loyalty Camp Rottweilers. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.